I've got some yellow liquid for your popcorn. And it's non-dairy.
Hi, and welcome to Movie Plots. Today we recap the insanity that is 2002's Kung Pao Under the Fist. Spoilers ahead. A family has dinner in a remote part of China, when a mysterious man arrives and quickly kills them. The baby is confirmed to be the chosen one, and Master Pain tries to kill him. The chosen, however, has skills and fights back. Master Pain struggles to catch the baby, and instead decides to just burn the house down. The baby escapes from the hut, before going over the side of a steep hill. A passing woman picks him up like she is going to take him in,
So cute.
before throwing him back down. The chosen one grew up in the wilderness, battling his way through the landscape, and partying with the desert creatures. In search of the person who killed his family, Chosen encounters ferocious adversaries, which he has to engage in combat with. He travels to a village where he encounters Master Tang, a sick old teacher. To show Tang who he is, Chosen opens his mouth, revealing Tungy. According to Tang, his master once told him that there would be a chosen, so he decides to train him. To the frustration of trainee Wimp Lo, who was intentionally mistrained as a joke, and walks around with squeaky shoes that match his whiny voice.
I will.
Chosen also meets the attractive Ling, who initially comes off as shy but soon warms up to him.
There you go.
She also screams non-stop when speaking. Wimp Lo challenges Chosen to a fight out of jealousy,
My nipples look like milk duds.
but he believes that the more he is bleeding, the better he is at fighting. Ling tries to break up the fight, before a messenger enters the arena, announcing that Master Pain has been spotted in town.
I'm bleeding, making me the victor.
Chosen recognizes the description as the person who murdered his family,
Perhaps a carbonated soda.
and enters the city in disguise to see him. He observes Master Pain's incredible tolerance by taking a brutal beating to the balls. Master Pain declares that he will now go by the name Betty. Chosen tries to train in the same way, but is knocked out and beaten until he says otherwise. When he awakens, a uni-boob approaches him and introduces herself as Woe.
Whoa.
Okay.
She tells him that he possesses the supreme gift to defeat Betty. She cautions him not to fight Betty yet, and that he should beware the meadow.
I'm sorry?
Chosen fights her a little. Then Tungy fights her a little more. Then she flies away. The following day, Master Tang confronts Betty and threatens to fight him. Betty gets one of his goons to start playing Baby Got Back on his jukebox, as they begin to fight. Tang is unable to continue the fight due to his health, and enrages Betty by referring to him as Sally.
It's Betty, you son of a pig. The name is...
In spite of Woe's warning, Chosen makes the decision to go and fight Betty.
I implore you to reconsider.
Ling initially declines his request to reveal Betty's location out of fear, but she eventually tells him. Chosen passes through the same meadow Woe had warned him about, where he meets Betty's protector. The cow attacks Chosen with kung fu, followed by milk bullets from her udder, but Chosen avoids the shots, and milks her until she is completely drained. Chosen triumphantly exits the meadow and keeps going, until he comes across Betty swinging a chain atop a waterfall. A man reveals himself to be Ling's father and intervenes to stop Chosen from fighting him, though Betty defeats them both easily, and they're thrown over the waterfall, followed by a whale. They both survive, and Chosen brings Ling's father back to town. When they find Master Tang, he immediately recognizes Ling's father as Master Do, his old mentor. While Master Do rests, he warns Tang that if Betty can enlist the aid of the evil council, he will be unstoppable. Despite Tang's efforts to save him using neosporin and massage techniques, he dies. Chosen comforts Ling, who is grieving the loss of her father. She gives him conflicting signals about whether to romance her.
Take me, man meat. But I don't want you to think I'm a slut.
That evening, Chosen looks to the skies for guidance. His prayers are answered by Mushu Fasa. Chosen is advised to continue his training, and to look to the stars above.
Stars above.
Betty demonstrates his magic by changing the color of the mayor's clothing from blue to red,
Wow.
before being informed that Chosen is still alive.
He's still alive, Betty.
Next day, Ling shows up at a courtyard with two hanging ventriloquists, before being seized by Betty in search of Chosen. She refuses to tell him where he is, and is let escape as bait. Master Tang goes for a walk in the nearby fields, when he hears bird calls come from the long grass.
I'm just a birdie too.
Betty attacks Tang, playing his music and defeating him with his iron claw.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Wimp Lo makes an effort to play the hero, but dies, his squeaky shoes deflating. Ling finds Chosen, but a net the size of his head is thrown on him, and he passes out.
Blech.
Chosen is forced to run back in time to escape the net. After getting free, he discovers Wimp Lo's dead body in the reeds. As he follows the sounds of moaning, he finds Tang, Ling, and his dog all slowly dying, with Wimp Lo being the only one actually dead. Chosen trains to remove the 2 metal spikes on Betty's chest that are the source of his power. However, because the spikes are too smooth, every attempt fails. Ling tries to assist him that evening, pouring lemon juice, salt, and liquid mercury from a thermometer into his hands.
It hurts.
Then hums creepily as she rubs his hands through her hair, before lighting them ablaze.
Now try.
Chosen can now remove the spikes from the dummies, saying that his first impression of Ling was that of a psychotic bitch. The evil council then summons Betty, and tells him they will assist in defeating Chosen.
Thank you.
Chosen thinks over the best way to attack Betty and to buy enough time to remove the spikes. Each attack he practices leaves him open to a counter, but he devises a plan. He enters a store and buys a pound of nuts,
That's a lot of nuts!
using them to beckon a squirrel. When the fight starts, Betty's henchman starts to play music, but Chosen changes it to Black Betty. They engage in combat, where Chosen seems to be winning.
Doggy hump.
But the evil council fly in giant pyramids and begin playing French music, empowering Betty.
The paralyzer.
After Betty beats Chosen down, Chosen has visions of encouragement from Woe and Mushu Fasa. Kungi grows to incredible length and latches onto a pyramid, spinning the ship back into space, and the remaining ships flee.
Come on.
Chosen leaps from the ground and grabs hold of Betty's spikes, getting palmed away but ripping them from his body. Betty stumbles to the ground, dying. Chosen gets to his feet and takes out a squirrel, paying the squirrel with a hand-sized cavity of nuts for protecting him from the blow. Ling runs into the courtyard, flashes Chosen, and hugs him. And the movie ends. Kung Pao is a 2002 comedy parody of Hong Kong cinema. Written, directed by and starring Steve Oedekerk, it uses footage from 1976 film The Savage Killers, along with some original footage. Oedekerk does the dub for every character in the film.
No, no.
Up and over! He just left! With nuts!
Except Jennifer Tung, who dubbed herself.
It is not yet your time.
The original script was nonsensical. For example, when Chosen says,
Isn't Betty a woman's name?
his lips read, "Isn't Robert a family game?" Oedekerk says he specifically chose this film as the source material to parody due to the Iron Ball scene. And he is also responsible for the many thumb parodies done through the years.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I wonder where my glove will go.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.
This is CNN.